Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. Today I found a deck online that involves Kotose and I just have to play it. So it's a Dimir controlled deck that utilizes the reality chip and what inventive iteration? How does that really work? Right, so I thought about this crazy deck and I really wanted to, well, I didn't thought about it. I saw this crazy deck and I really thought about running it. I'm going to try it today. So here we have at the 1 drop, it's not really a 1 drop, it's an X drop for March to removal and gain life. In a 2 drop, it runs 4 reality chips. I don't have 4 reality chips, so I, replace the 2 with Bankbuster. Pretty much just more card advantage. I think it's necessary. And 2 Infernal Grasp for removal. In a 3 drop, obviously Graveyard Trespasser is going to be very important. And then Kaito Shizuki, 3 off to get our card draw on. 4 Karn Silex to help us not die. Basically, stop underdogs and also stop, aggro decks. We can kind of exile Karn Silex to kind of blow up the board if necessary. We got a Celestis to extra mana advantage and extra card draw. And 4 drop, Inventive Iteration. A saga with 3 good chapters. 1 to bounce, 2 to draw a card or return an artifact, and 3 to make the living breakthrough. I was talking about this for my pack opening. I feel like this is a underrated card. You stop your opponent from playing spells. Think about how good that is. And then we have 1 drag to the bottom as our field clean if necessary. It does require domain, so we have to have, if just have the mere land base out, this will deal -3/-3, right? Which will clean most of the board. But if we have our actual land base out, we can get -5/-5 out. We have 3 Shieldred because it's that good. 1 Earth-Tie for a little bit of a counterspell synergy if necessary. You might want to run more, but I only have 1 Earth-Tie, so that's what we have. On the 5 drop, 3 Invoke, 2 Kotose. What else can I say about these cards? Just absolutely amazing whenever they come in. And then we have the land base, 25 lands. 7 blue source, 6 island, 1 Otawara, 10 black source because we have Invoke. So 9 swamps, 1 Takenuma, 4 Shipwreck Marsh. And then the deck has 4 Rafine Tower. I feel like because we have Domain, it probably runs better with 2 Rafine Tower and 2 Xander Lounge. So that's the idea of the deck. That's the basis of the deck. It's a Dimir control that tries to hit off the late game through Invoke and Kotose, and if our opponent gets too big on the board, we gotta drag to the bottom to take care of that, as well as a Karn Silex to blow things up. So, let's see how it works. I'm really excited about this deck. I really just want a Kotose deck to work, and I have not gotten one, so someone else might have. Let's try the deck out. Alright, that's a fast loading. We're playing against Elendor. Elendor. Opponent goes first. We don't have black mana, so that's a mulligan. Opponent still goes first. It's not like we can mull into not going second. And we're probably going to put back a Trespasser. I don't know if we need 2 of. Or we can put back a Kotose, because it's a 5 drop and we only have 2 lands in hand. Yeah, probably better that way. Even though I really like trying to get Kotose out. It may not work too well, depending on what our opponent's playing. Okay, so Dimir. We're at the very least a mirror matching, but our opponent could be something crazier. We'll see. Alright, so Grixis. Yep. And we will meet their Bankbuster with our Bankbuster. That's who's busting who's bank here. But now we're out of land drops, so next turn is probably a draw with the Bankbuster. Our opponent is Dimir. I mean, not Dimir, Grixis, which means that they'll have a lot of counterspells for us. Well, now we can play our Graveyard Trespasser to force a counterspell out. And if he has a counterspell, he's not using the Bankbuster, right? I think that's a pretty good idea. Or we can put out the Karn Silex. That also forces out a counterspell. But we have 3 of these, so let's try it out first. Okay, well, the Trespasser comes out. It's got nothing going on. I don't want to crew the Bankbuster because he can get rid of my Bankbuster and then I'll lose my card advantage. So that happens. Alright, now let's see what our opponent does. Because the Trespasser is just card advantage engine off the bat. This could be a Shieldred though. If there's a Shieldred out, I don't know what we can do because we need a land for Urtai, and even then it's gonna hurt a little bit. Nope, just an appraiser. That's fine with us. Alright, we'll go to our turn. We did draw a land, which is pretty important here. We can attack, and they would just trade. Actually, no, we can't attack because he would just crew the bank cluster. We're just going to pass turn here and flip to nighttime. Nighttime's better for us. And we don't really need to play anything right now to hold up Urtai, which is a strong counterspell. Against 5 mana, it could be an Invoke. We need to counter their Invoke. There it is. There it goes. Counter the spell. No Invoke for you. You're gonna draw a card. Enjoy it. Alright, I don't think current Silex works on mana abilities, right? Yeah, I can't pay life to cast spells or activate ability that aren't mana ability. So if it is a mana ability, they can activate. So, we should attack with a Glutton. It doesn't remove much, but if he crews, the block doesn't work that well. And we should always attack first after playing lands. So the trick is to play lands, so you have extra mana to do stuff, but then you attack before playing any spell to see what your opponent does in reaction to your play. I'd be more than happy if he blocks and trades. It's kind of the best scenario for me. Alright, then we can play our second Trespasser. And we'll eat both. I don't want to give him a Corpse Appraiser target, so let's get that out of there. We still have a Glutton out. Our opponent might invoke again, but this time... Oh, no, he's just cutting down. Okay, we're going to... Straw card first. What do we draw? Shieldred. Okay. I'm going to crew. Should I crew? No, I don't need to crew. I'm going to resolve that. I was thinking of crewing to eat an invoke, but I can do that if he invokes anyways. There it is. It's painful, but we are still in a commanding lead. He can attack us if he wants, but we're just going to exile stuff from our own graveyard. Okay, so we can bounce the Corpse Appraiser. I'm not sure that's a good idea because he gets ETB advantage. He's already got 2 invokes in the bin. We can force out a 3rd invoke with the Shieldred. Attacking here probably wouldn't help because he would just block, right? But I need to play something. Okay, so I'm thinking between Shieldred and Graveyard Trespasser. I feel like if I play a Shieldred, he'll just drop another Corpse Appraiser and exile my guy. I'm gonna do it anyways. Invoke is such a good card. We didn't draw ours. Can we even play it? We can't even play Invoke if we draw it. Opponent has 3 different colors. We only have 2, and yet somehow our opponent's land base is better than ours. 1, 2, 4. Alright, he's got his 3rd Invoke, so that's what's going on today. No, just Liliana.
Happy to know. But I'm taking... one of your friends has to leave.
Well, we got our Rafine Tower that comes into play tap. And I guess we can play our Karn Silex. Yeah, killing the Liliana doesn't really help too much in this scenario. Karn Silax would just eat an Abrade, right? Well, he already played an Abrade. Would he have another Abrade? Guess we'll find out. This will destroy all non-land.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Do we want to have our Graveyard Trespasser in hand? I guess not. We need to blow up the board. Okay, so this had to activate as a sorcery, so I guess we'll do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 mana, so we can play a 3-drop. That doesn't help. I don't think it's necessary to do that right now. When we can just Inventive Iteration his Liliana, it gets bounced back. No.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Too much advantage on too much card advantage on our opponent's side. Alright, Fable is something good that we can stop. Okay, 2 Fable. I was gonna say I can hold up the Inventive, but instead I'm just gonna blow up one of this. Okay, and then we can play our Iteration to bounce the other one. There. Now all you have is some little card filtering draw, which is still good, but not crazy good. And we can return on Bankbuster next turn. Bankbuster is definitely card advantage engine on steroid. It's gonna pitch a land, draw a card, pitch the land again. Oh no, he likes his hand. So Shieldred's coming in. Corpse Appraiser is coming in. Let's see if it removes the Bankbuster. Because that's what I would do, but he will not get the draw that way. That's iffy, right? He doesn't get a draw, but I missed 3 draws because of that. And that's probably the smart choice. Opponents always make that kind of choice. Okay, see? They just go for card draw. Maybe it's a counterspell. Oh, they pitched the counterspell, so who knows? The Fable's really annoying because I don't really know how to stop it. He's not really thinking this through, huh? Alright, well, all we got is a Bankbuster. So let's draw with the Bankbuster. See what we get. Infernal Grasp might be important. Okay. We need to drag to the bottom. ASAP. Okay, can we kill one and take the damage? He's got a reflection of Kiki Jiki that's gonna copy a bunch of things. But if we take 6, we go down to 7. Right? That's kind of risky. He doesn't have to do it. It's not fun. Maybe he has a counterspell too. Oh, he does have a counterspell. Go to 8. Bring a land. Go to nighttime. Oh, let's draw a card first. This might be necessary. Let's see if he has a kill spell. Alright, in response to your kill spell, I will kill your guy. So now you can play 2 drops. We got a reality chip here. We got a reality chip here. Top deck is a land, huh? Will a drag to the bottom even save us? We're gonna go down to 3. So a Shieldred would just kill us. Oh, Invoke would just kill us. Yeah, well, I think we had to eat like 4 Invokes in that game. We didn't draw a single one of ours, so that's how we lost that game. Invoke is such a good card. putting back Kotose was what lost us that game, but it's not like we could have saw where our opponent was, and we had the mulligan going second. And it always comes down to going second, right? That's freaking magic nowadays. It's just, if you went second, good luck trying to crawl your way out of the game. Which does mean Blue-White is the strongest deck out there because it is best crawling out of second. I'm going against literally Teferi. We go first. We got a 3-drop going first. I think I'm going to keep. Yeah, no. I'm not even going to make the little dude. I'm just going to draw and pitch a land. But Marsh first. Hopefully Teferi's not playing red aggro. Okay, he's not. Good. But Teferi with Spara. Bent Fairy. Interesting. Alright, so we want Kaito here to make a little guy because it's Bent. We get more card draw against that, and it's not like he has removal on turn 3. So yeah, let's make a little guy. We need the land draw for next turn against a slower deck. Now we wait. Our opponent didn't play anything, so I'm not even going to play a land because I might want to play the Xander Lounge. That's going for the attack. Maybe he'll bounce or kill the ninja. But if he does, he can't use the Bank Buster. Endless Detour on... do I want to put it on top? Yeah, I'll put it on top. That's fine. So do you want to take the damage? Alright. If he wants to take the damage, then we'll play in the Xander Lounge. And we'll put in a Karn Silex. Now what? All your bases are belong to us. Now this is a tricky card to go around. He can't play life, and anything he plays might just get popped. So, always play land first, and then go in for attack. See if he just wants to take the damage. Alright, 3 damage. So now we'll play Kaito, see if he wants to counter it. And if he counters it... no, he doesn't counter it. So 3 card draw for us.
With the right tools, I can do anything. I know something you don't know.
We'll just end the turn. I don't need to pop anything. He's probably going to draw a card with Bank Buster. With 4 mana, he might have Deluge. No, he's just card draw. Okay. Joint Exploration. He wants to ramp. Can he ramp? I thought he missed a land draw. Oh, he has a land. Oh, no, he doesn't have any lands. I don't know what he's doing. But my Kaito's phased out. He has 5. He just draw that land, I guess. Or maybe he didn't kick. No, it was not kicked. That's why. I am high. Okay, nothing. My turn. That was a fairly slow game. Let's go in for another damage. I didn't even play a land this turn because I don't know what I'm going to draw. And it could be a tap land. And if our opponent removes the ninja, I mean, it was basically a free guy that's been going in for damage.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. This is legendary. I have 7 lands. I can play an Iteration, or I can play Invoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I count a Silex as another land. I can't go in for another damage. Or I can't go in for an Invoke. Okay, this time it's kicked. He just wants to ramp. Is that Titan deck? Teferi, what are you doing? Stop playing that stupid-ass slow format deck. I don't know. I think this is a good deck. That's why I'm salty. I feel like the later stage goes, the scarier that deck becomes, the weaker my deck becomes, because it has a lot of card draw, a lot of card advantage, and there's not really much I can do to stop him. I mean, Silex is good, but if it doesn't play anything on the floor, onto the field, then it doesn't do anything. His deck's probably full of counter spells, huh? Well, whatever. Something's gotta happen. Endless Detour on my little guy. Guess it's going away. No, bottom deck. So in this case, then I'll just make another little guy. I don't need it to get to ult. My ult doesn't really do much of anything.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Okay, so then I'm going to invoke. Yeah, I'm going to invoke. Probably just going to get countered, but it needs to come out somehow. Oh, didn't get countered. What do you know? Should I even hold up the mana? Probably not. I don't want to get a Bank Buster counter because that's a huge card advantage. That's a waste. No, I'll let him attack with a Bank Buster. I wonder if the card in Silex is scaring him. Endless Detour is such a weird card. In today's meta, where all cards that everyone's playing are such a low value individually, like, what's the point of that? Alright, well. Let's kill it. See if it does anything. Wants to stop that? I mean, it forces a counterspell to be played right now if he has one. And if is he spending all his resources to kill Kaito? I guess it's worth it because we have our own Bank Buster for later card draw. He probably is waiting for a farewell, right? That kind of deck definitely runs a farewell. Alright, Broker's Charm.
Fun just started.
Just to go Kaito and not future dice. It's a lot of mana spent. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 mana. We could bring on a Celestis, but we're probably going to attack first. So let's go to attack phase first. I mean, is there any scenario when I'm not playing Otawara as a land this turn? I don't think so. I'm not drawing anything. So, yeah, it's coming down as a land. Our opponent's really waiting on his turn. He is at 11. You know, not a very high life total. He's also roping the heck out of this. Come on! You can't block this, just figure something out. Maybe he has another Endless Detour that he wants to use. He's used the Endless Detour, 2 Endless Detour on 1 Kaito. It's kind of funny. Alright, well. Otawara. Shilashtis. He countered the Celestis, well, he countered my Bank Plus stuff. He's not countering anything, just letting things out. What kind of a deck does that? Probably waiting for a farewell. I'm not gonna overload the board after this. There's already a bunch of things on the board. But one is a card advantage, the other is just mana. So if I lose them to a farewell that costs 6, this total costs 5. I'm okay with that. I played a Boseiju instead of using it on the thing, which I don't agree with. All that land, he should have Boseiju to Banks with. He knows what he's doing. Is he breaking his treasure for some reason? He's farewelling. Oh, okay. In that case, that makes sense. Yep. Well, I'm gonna draw a card. Ha! Ironic. So, we got another Kaito. Is it a counterspell for this Kaito? see. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 mana. So it could be a hard counter, or it could be like make disappear or something. I don't think he has a card counter. We would have played it at this point. It's been like 5,000 years. He just wants to take forever his turn and rope us. There's that devious cover up. Okay, so that means he's tapped out. He can get rid of his devious cover up. Might as well play a Silex with kind of not using any of these mana. Now the Trespasser is stopping stuff from happening because it's 2 for 1. It's not really stopping anything from happening. Second farewell. Alright, well, farewelling the farewells. Does he have another counterspell for this? He's only got 3 mana left. I swear, if his deck is full of counterspells. That's on me. I think we lost both our Kaitos, unfortunately. That's a little bit painful that when that happens. Alright, I'm going to cycle this Rafine Tower. I don't think our drag to the bottom is going to get any value this game. Teferi, huh? Okay.
This is a serious situation. The future looks bright for one of us.
I don't know if I have any removal over Teferi. Oh, he's digging. That's not what I expected. Okay, so here's the cycle. For a card draw. The reality chip. Oh, wow, okay. This looks like a fun turn. Invoke. Do you have a hard counter? He's got 5 mana. He might have a hard counter. Endless Detour. Let's make that top deck. Alright, and then we'll have a Silex to eat your Teferi if necessary. The chip will just die to the Silex, right? So let's not do that. It's a waste of a chip. He could farewell again. This deck is just... Oh, he's cycling. This deck has just been endless detour and farewells. I mean, like, that's kind of my playstyle to some extent, but you gotta have some win con. You can't just endless detouring the Silex. I mean, endless detouring the farewells. Eventually, your opponent will one-up on you. I don't know what he's thinking. He's got 3 cards to my 1.
Don't worry.
And he's got a lot of lands. Probably a bunch of counterspells in hand. Oh, he knows this is coming. So let's first stop a 5-drop, if we need to. Oh, no. Just gonna let the Teferi die. Makes our life easier. Now let's stop a 2-drop. So we stop a 5-drop, we stop a 2-drop, we have another 2-drop on top. That's what we configure right now. Our mana really isn't doing anything, and even though we can bluff that we have something, it's not really a point to that. Can't attack, just give me the play. Stops 2-drops and 5-drops for 1 turn. Maybe he has a 3-drop or a 4-drop. That's a 3-drop, right? Oh, jeez. Okay, that's disgusting. This is a 5-drop too. If I play the reality chip, that stops all his second 2-drops. But Kotose would just get countered by a potential 2 or 3-drop, right? I don't know about playing Kotose into an open hand like that. He's got a Wandering Emperor. Alright. I didn't see that coming. I should have, I guess.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Okay, do I want this? I don't. I was gonna say, do I want to stop this from
My
dying?
judgment is final.
That makes no sense. We can pop the Wandering Emperor for 4. Or should we hold up Infernal Grasp with our reality chip here? If we pop it for 4, it just kills an Emperor. That's not really that useful. And we have a lot of mana, so we can hold off. I guess there was a call to play Kotose since he didn't counter it in both. He probably doesn't have a counter for Kotose.
We've got the
Now he
edge
might.
in this fight.
This deck really needs some sort of duress. It's been like a 20-minute game. Duress could have stopped everything. Silver Scrutiny. Oh, okay. He's drawing a bunch of cards. He's holding up 3 lands for a counterspell. Ah, that's fun. 4 lands for a counterspell now. I think that's game. That's misplay on me. I should have played Kotose first. You should always attack first, I would say, but there are scenarios where you shouldn't. If that makes any sense. He's playing all his lands. That's weird. Okay. I guess he might still have a counterspell anyways. Alright, what am I going to exile? It's Teferi? So I can have my Teferi? Is that much better? I get to see his hand. The main thing with Kotose is I get to see his hand, right? Okay, so Scrutiny is very annoying, but Teferi is the win con. I feel like if I get rid of Teferi, he just doesn't have a win con anymore. Absence, okay, that's fine, but at least I get rid of all his Teferi. Okay, he has another Wandering Emperor, Celestis, and Absence, and Sunset. Doesn't do anything to me. Get rid of all Teferis. His deck is just Farewell and Wandering Emperor. Yeah, it's the same deck that I used to run. Everything is fairly standard. Basically, without Teferi, he doesn't have a win con. Wandering Emperor isn't that scary, so... Guess we'll pop this to draw a card right now. Might be a card I wanted to play. I mean, it's a land. Okay, it's another land. That's... Mother... This happens to me. I'm starting to flood. And when I start to flood, I don't stop flooding until I lose the game. And this is going to be a very long game to lose. I don't like this at all. Did I win last game? I don't even remember. But I'm not winning this game because... Our opponent's one of those slow decks that doesn't get anywhere. And we can only stop them if we stop flooding, which we're not. He's got another Wandering Emperor too, so... He's not playing Celestis for whatever reason. He's got 24 to my 31 land. Maybe that's why. Okay, we got Graveyard Trespasser top deck. That's pretty good. He could absence it. We have a lot of life. We don't have to worry too much right now. I don't think he's gonna play anything that scary. At least we get to see our top deck. We get to see how we're losing. When we reconfigure, I already forgot how this works. When you reconfigure, is that at the stats?
I have got new moves to teach you.
Yeah. You got new moves. Does that at the stats? I don't remember. Field of Ruin. What? Alright, well, Trespasser time. You're getting trespassed on. You got a counterspell for that? I don't think so. Okay, none of these are creatures. I do have a Kotose, but I think it probably is better for me to remove his stuff so he doesn't just endless detour back to back in a cycle with the stupid thing, stupid guy here. All right, and it's reconfigure onto our Glutton. Oh, it's a Glutton! Should have removed 2 things. Alright, well, I always forget. Whenever he's going to absence this and by discarding a card. We still keep our reality chip, but we're going to lose our graveyard Glutton. And our opponent likes to roll. Typical Teferi stuff, right? Oh, I just remembered. I exile his Teferi, and he is Teferi. Take that, you stupid deck. That's fun. That's really fun. I mean, it's not like good or anything. But Teferi is the one thing I was really afraid of. Now that it's gone, I'm not really afraid of much of anything. Alright, you just let it out, which means we can play our second Glutton. And we have a Shieldred. Alright, so now everything's looking up Homer. Farewell and probably the Silver Scrutiny. Okay, so it doesn't add to it. We have Shieldred next turn. I don't want to play it this turn because it's going into a board that's fairly scary. Finally, the Celestis comes out. He's going to draw one. He has 22 cards left. Make a Samurai. Okay.
We must protect the people.
Can I play this card? You can just play it, right? You may play lands and cast spells, but I cannot channel, unfortunately. I will play it, because, you know, gotta do something. And then... I guess I'll attack with the Trespasser into the Emperor. It would just double block, right? And I'll grasp one. He doesn't have creatures in the deck. What if he triple blocks? If he triple blocks, I cannot grasp one, and then I'll feel dumb. I could also pull out Shieldred, just to draw his Ire. He's probably just going to use Faithful Absence on it. Yep, saw that coming. I also draw a card. I don't need to hold on to that. I have a lot of lands, and I'm gonna have more. Kaito. Kaito will be good. Hey, it didn't flip. Did I play a spell? Oh, I played Shieldred. Yeah. I was like, that Faithful Absence was our opponent's play.
We've got the edge in this fight.
I mean, if he attacks, that means I can attack back. Oh wait, no, I can't. Okay. Yeah, might as well. Because it's Vigilance. I forgot about that. Alright, this is going to be a very, very long game because our opponent wants to stick around. He has 21 cards to our 25 cards. The more cards we draw, the scarier it gets for us. But our opponent's just roping everything. Alright, I mean, guess. Still dies. Second time that the Broker's Charm worked on me because he got a pump on. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because he gives a pump on anyway. Ooh, an Inventive Iteration. That's very good for us. I drop a land. We can bounce his Emperor, but then he'll just play the Emperor again. Let's not bounce his Emperor. That was dumb. I was like, we can bounce his Emperor. Is he going to counter an Inventive Iteration? I don't think so. Alright, get that out of here. Reality Shift's such a crazy card advantage. It's back to the old days when you have Future Sight. Alright, so instead of his Teferi, we have some crazy combo in our hand now. Could have done that whenever. But okay, bouncy, bouncy. And then we'll Kaito for a 1-1. Will we? Yeah, let's Kaito for a 1-1.
Won't help. I'll do it myself.
I want to equip it to the reality chip.
Our eyes are everywhere.
But if I equip to the reality chip right now, which costs 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have enough. You can play the second Emperor, but that's really dumb. I can't. I already played a land, so I'm gonna enter. My Kaito goes away. I get to return an artifact, which I don't have, so I get to draw an extra card. I have 22 cards, there's 20 cards. I'm catching up to how many cards left in this deck.
Let your blade do the talking.
Oh, he's attacking. I'm getting low though. Not gonna lie. Bit scary here. What if he has Destroy Evil? No? Alright, and Celestis is gonna help me filter his deck out. That's good. He basically exiled most of his stuff. He's not drawing. Oh no, he's just roping on a decision for freaking Celestis. These people are the worst. Broker's Charm, okay. Destroy target enchantment. Alright. Guess you can do that. Drag to the bottom. I can attack this. Or I can pop everything that is... No, that's not dumb. That's not smart. Alright, so let me think about what I'm doing. Because he's definitely going to attack Kaito here. And my attack will make it so that my card draw is free. Is that important though? Is it important to have a free card draw? Because I can just pitch the Swamp. I don't really need that Swamp, right? Yeah, I don't need to attack. Give him a chance to use his Emperor? I don't need that. Draw a card, and then discard a card, and then discard a card. And then I attack this turn. I'm going to draw my drag to the bottom. And see what else is my top deck. It's a Swamp.
Now, what do we have here?
Draw a card. Get rid of that Swamp. Now let's see what we have. Invoke. Okay, well. Now we got a thing going. Get to the sacking. Alright, and then we have Kotose. Man, this is a scary play. He's got to play Emperor right now, or his Emperor's gone. What can I remove? There's 3 Brokerage Charms in the graveyard already. Didn't do it. Well then, I'm gonna remove your Emperor. Yes, play your Emperor. But then I also have an
Anyone
Emperor.
who harms my people must contend with me.
Okay.
Strike fast and strike hard.
There's 1 in your library, none in your hand, and you only run 3 Emperors? Why would you have 3 Emperors in your deck and not 4? Did 1 get exiled already? Is that why? I don't remember anymore. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I'm just gonna hold up the Emperor activation. Does he have an Emperor here? 1, 2... No, right? He only has 3 Emperor in his deck. So I guess the Emperor will eat a counter spell if it does happen.
Remember your training.
Attack? No attack? He does attack. I mean... Yep. Gotta make sure that my Kaito doesn't die. The Ganjo. Okay, so that's the last card that he has. That's fine. He'll kill my little Kaito ninja.
You
Means
started this fight,
I'll make a 2/2.
but I'm going to end it. Keep watch for intruders.
Good job killing the Kaito ninja. Very, very smart move there. Why would you like to filter? Okay, so now I can Silex for 0, right? That will break the Samurai. When I break the Samurai, then I can attack with the Reality Chip into the Emperor for 1. He was just exile my chip. That's fine. Alright, I think that's fine. I need to get rid of this little guy right here. But I guess popping the Silex right now isn't really that useful. Where I can just keep making dudes, and I'll keep blocking his Emperor.
We must protect the people.
Rivalry, I guess? Maybe Broker's Charm? I don't even know what I'm removing. Okay, and I guess I will... I don't want to crew this way. Let's play a land. I have 13 cards left to his 18. I gotta be a little bit careful. I can make a 1/1 unblockable. But I think mana is probably more important. Alright, Shieldred. Shieldred definitely does stuff. I hope he doesn't draw a farewell. That hurts. That hurts my play. Let's see. I want to attack. No, I don't want to attack. No attack. Alright, I can't draw anymore with Kaito, so it's probably better just to make a ninja. But I'm gonna keep Kaito the way it is. If he farewells, I can then do it. Nah.
I have got new moves to teach you.
It's gonna attack the Emperor, which makes sense. But I will block, which also makes sense. It's holding up to 1 card in its hand. We will force that out when I Silex for all the 3 drops. No, I want him to keep his Celestis. So Silex for all the 0 drops. X or less. This has been a very long game, guys. I think it's been like 40 minutes, and this guy just won't quit. Even though all his deck's been exiled. Why is he switching between 9 and day? He's trying to gain life here. This kills a 4/4 though. I'm not gonna draw. Will you draw? You're also not gonna draw, right? Yeah. You are gonna draw. You know Shoulder's here. I only have 10 cards left in the deck. I don't even remember what those 10 cards are. Not one of them is March. Well, if that's the case, I don't even need to kill the 5/5, right? I can just march. Destroy evil on my Shieldred little guy. Okay. So I will crew my Bankbuster with Shieldred. Shieldred was fairly evil. That's a pretty good top deck you got. And then I will submit 0 to kill this. Auto pay. Does he have a response? I guess you can feel the ruin as a response. I'll play a land, whatever. Next, let's go to combat. No, just attack. Alright, 2 damage goes here, 2 damage goes here, 4 damage goes here. Right, this is 10 damage, it's not lethal. Even with the Glutton, removing 2 creatures is not lethal, so I gotta kill the Emperor. What else can I exile? I got creatures to exile now. Let's just take out some of our Gluttons. You can take damage that way. 6 damage from the Gluttons at 4. Our opponent still won't quit. He still insists on going forward in this game. Which, I mean, if I Kotose, not the Emperor, but the Farewell, he might have quit. I don't know. Is there a Farewell in the graveyard? There isn't. I think it's already gone. Alright, I guess this might be a rage quit scenario. I really thought I was going to lose this game, but effectively, Teferi's not good at winning the game. He's just good at making people pissed off. You don't even have a play! Jeez. Some people are like that, though. If they cannot enjoy the game, they'll stop other people from enjoying games. And Teferi's definitely one of them. I'm not just saying this player, just in general. The theme of the Teferi Planeswalker is you stop having fun. And that's, you know, sometimes that's what it feels like when your opponent drops Teferi, right? I do like playing Teferi myself, but even then when I play, I feel like the whole theme is to try to play not as fast as possible, but in the most efficient way as possible. But there are definitely Teferi players out there who will just use the grind, the time advantage, to make you feel like you don't want to play this game anymore. And I'm really not going to play any more game after today. Or after this today, I should say. Even though there's only 2 games, I feel like this game has dragged on long enough. And with opponents like this, where they're just so salty they refuse to quit, I don't know where to go. Like, you're just going to use up all your time instead of freaking finishing the game? Come on! Come on! Look at his exile field, though. That's crazy. Wandering Emperor, exiled. The 4 Teferis, exiled. You just did not fare well at the right time. And against Kotose, the counter of control decks, you are out of luck. I burned through all of his time. This is something I gotta complain about with Wizard. It's just, what the heck? What's with all these clocks? In casual play, do they really need 5 of these clocks just because they're salty? Now I gotta wait it out because he's a little chow. Okay, well, you're all waiting this out with me. If you didn't skip ahead, thank you for waiting with me. I'm just complaining out here, but I'm really looking forward to Brothers War. There's a lot of talk about how the cards are not worth the values, and there's like 5 million prints or whatever. But I feel like Brothers War are an interesting set. Whenever there's a set based on artifacts, I'm loving it. All right, that's all I got for the gameplay. Let me just talk about this deck a little bit, because I feel like I won both of those games pretty solidly. Although I did lose the first game, I would say that the loss was because of some small issues, not knowing what my opponent's playing and putting back Kotose. If I didn't do that, I 100% would have won that game, right? Once the first Invoke comes down, I would have Kotose the rest of his Invoke. But the second game, I was just a grind. We were, at some point, I thought I might lose that game because of how the card advantage is on our opponent's side. But Koto saying out their win count basically got us the game. So she is the MVP of the deck. In fact, here, should be the deck cards. I really like this deck. I like Kotose as a card. I like taking out your opponent's win count. This is why I really love Test of Talent back in the days. This is just a fun deck to play. Again, this is one of these meta that you're trying out. Since it's about to rotate, there's a lot more options to test out different types of style before the new set comes along. I feel like this is a fun deck to play around in if you like to. Just know that it does lead to some grindy games. It does lead to some slower formats. But hey, if you like that kind of style, if you like with the last game where our opponent just basically rage quit and we gave them this finger, and try this deck out yourself. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.